Hey, Nope, how are you? I see there's 4 people in the chat. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And I just want to do a little update here real quick for all the new subscribers. I've gotten like 450 new subscribers over the last couple weeks. So my channel really took off thanks to my little trip down to Arkansas. So real quick, I'm a single guy. I bought some land here in Alaska, and the land was a wooded lot. So I'm building a homestead. Doing as much of it as I can by myself. Obviously, I can't do everything by myself. I bought an excavator to help to do some of the work. I was spending way too much money running things, so I decided to buy an excavator to help around the homestead here. I didn't get any animals this summer, unfortunately, but next spring, I definitely will have some animals. I'm looking at chickens, pigs, and rabbits to start off with. So definitely going to have some animals. And then I also do some Alaska adventure, Alaska lifestyle things. Like I go hunting. I go up to my remote cabin, do some four-wheeling and like snowmobiling, things like that also. So if you want to follow my journey, please make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification button so you don't miss anything. One other little bit of housekeeping. If you want to help support the channel, in the description of all my videos, I have an Amazon link. So if you want to, when you purchase off Amazon, all you have to do is click on my Amazon link and then just purchase whatever you want. And I get a small commission off each thing you purchase. I can see what was purchased, but I can't see who purchased it. Anyone got any questions? It's a beautiful day outside. It is chilly. Right now, my outside thermometer is showing 33.6 degrees outside. And here in the loft, it's a little bit on the warm side at the moment. The heater just kicked off. It's 75.7 degrees. And, whoa, give me 1 second here. Nice day out there. There's no snow on the ground at the moment. However, the ground is pretty well frozen. It's not frozen real deep, but it is frozen. Hey, Butt Nugget. Yeah, sorry about that. Butt Nuggets Homestead, how are you? Hey, DJ, thanks for being here. Rob at the Camudge, thanks for joining in. And Butt Nuggets, thanks for coming over from Jeff's Live. I think I got a lot of people from Jeff's Live coming over right now. There's 19, 20 people in here. So thanks for everyone coming over. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And with that said, I'm going to crack open a nice cold adult malt beverage here. I don't drink very much, but I do enjoy having a beer from time to time. I drink mostly omissions because it's gluten-free. Well, it's gluten removed. So I have a slight issue with gluten, nothing serious. Just I feel better when I don't have it. Hey, Dusty Bottom Boys, I wish. He says, I think we need to start calling you Dollar Bill now that you have all that YouTube money. For those of you that are new here, about 2 weeks ago, I finally got monetized on YouTube. So I'm actually making a little bit money off of YouTube, not very much. As an example, yesterday I posted a short and it's sitting at 1,100 views right now. I made 18 cents off of it. So I'm like rolling in those pennies right now. And total off of YouTube from start to finish, I've made somewhere around $40 or something like that total. So, hey, Texas girls, Girls Farm, thanks for joining. And DJ, I will try to save that dollar, but pretty much anything I make off YouTube, and I can't get the money until I have at least $100 in my account. So I have to make $100 off YouTube before they send any checks out to me. But I do plan on just putting all that money right back into the homestead. I got a lot of things to buy for the homestead, and a lot of expenses come with living here in the country of Alaska, out in the country in the state of Alaska. So let's see here. This weekend I'm going to be doing a burn. I got one pile left of brush to burn. And since the ground's frozen and there's no snow, I'm going to get my excavator out there, move the brush because it's piled up against a couple live trees right now. I'm going to move that brush over into where the dirt area is and burn it. I'm not sure if I'm going to light it on fire tomorrow after work or wait till Saturday morning, but it's getting burnt this weekend. Hey, Mountain Mariner, thanks for joining. And are you home now? And then I got that going on, and then I have 3 chainsaws. All 3 are out of commission right at the moment. So I am borrowing a neighbor's chainsaw, and since the ground's frozen, I figure it's a good time to pull some of these trees I got laying down all over the place, pull them out, get them cut up, that type of thing. I do have a video going live tomorrow around dinner time. It is the last one of my last actual video of my trip to Arkansas. It is a Pinecone Fest. And I've made a lot of shorts, so the shorts will be going live throughout the weekend from the video. And then it'll be back to regular programming. Let's see here. Ed from Mount Mariner says he's running around getting things in order up here. That's good. And Texas Girls Farm says subscribe, Dusty Bottom Boys. And there's the link to Mount Mariner. Hey, Matt AK, who lives in ID. How are you tonight? And Texas Girls Farm just subscribed to the Curmudgeon. So, got one, Rob. Congrats. Let's see here. And Dusty Bottom Boy says, much appreciated for the subscribing, Texas Girls. And there's Matt AK's link to his channel. So, ooh, Rob's 27 away from 500 subs. Good job, Rob. You'll get it. Yeah, Matt, I just saw it just a few minutes before I went live. Matt put out a video today. First one in a while. It's been a little while, but he was moving and doing a lot of traveling, so it's understandable. Let's see here. I got a lot on my plate for this winter. I plan on getting everything hooked up and ready to go, so when the springtime comes, I can get the water flowing to the cabin. And also, yesterday I went into Anchorage and met up with Clint Greathouse from CT Mad Mods. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, please check it out. And I met him at Stusser's Electric and got some electrical stuff for the homestead here. I got a direct bury 100-foot cable to go from the breaker panel out in the little shed over to the cabin, so I don't have to use my heavy duty construction grade extension cord anymore. I'll have that, and then whenever I do pull this cabin out of here several years down the road, I'll already have that direct bury cable, and it can go right over to wherever the meter will be. So that's coming. I'm going to be powering, right now I'm powering this whole cabin off of a 20 amp breaker. And once I get that that new cable installed, I'll have a 100 amp breaker powering this cabin. So definitely moving up in the world as far as electrical goes. I still don't have any outlets installed. I got the outlets installed, but none of the electric is hooked up yet. I still have one more wall to build to put the breaker panel in, and then get everything hooked up. Let's see here. A lot of people are saying hi to each other. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to John in Alaska, please go and subscribe to him. He's an older gentleman in his mid-70s, and he does a lot of shorter YouTube videos and a lot of talking videos. He is sitting at 996 subscribers right now. Let's get him over that 1,000 subscriber mark tonight. Rob, could you post his link for the people, please? Thank you. Ed, the Mountain Mariner, says he's too tired to work on editing videos. I hear you. I'm that way sometimes. And Matt says that's how he felt yesterday also. Texas Girls Farm, no miscellaneous eggs today, unfortunately. The dogs don't get a frozen treat, huh? JR, how are you tonight? Thanks for joining. He's saying hi to everyone in here. Yeah. Rob, I actually think there's a reason for that. I've noticed, like, if you check your subscribers all the time, it fluctuates between 2 or 3. It just goes like back and forth within minutes. It can fluctuate with a couple. And I think what it is major corporations like YouTube, which is owned by Google. I've heard Google has some crazy amount, something like 100 million servers or 50 million servers, actual physical box servers. And those are in what's called server farms, which is basically a big warehouse full of servers. And they have like a dozen of those around the world. And I think that fluctuation is you connect to one of them and it says you have, say, 1,000 subscribers. Then you disconnect and you connect again 5 minutes later, but you're connecting to another one somewhere else. Well, that one hasn't been updated yet, and it shows 999 or something like that. So I think that's the issue there. Matt says, yeah, but you don't take a 16-foot loaded cargo trailer every time at Mountain Mariner. I don't envy your commute, though. Texas Girls Farm says, I'll watch after Bill's live at Matt AK, also subbed. Thanks for subbing to his channel. Hey, Jeanette Cook, how are you? I hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. Let's see here. There's John in Alaska's YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to him, please subscribe to him. Get him over that 1,000 mark. If you're not subscribed to him, please subscribe to him. Get him over that 1,000 mark. I see Rob says he's at 998, and Dusty Bottom Boy says 999. JR says 999, just subbed. Texas Girls Farm says I subscribed last week after the live. Thank you. That's cool. Matt AK says, I'm showing 1,000 for Mr. John. Good job, family. Yes. Thank you all. That's awesome. And John has been here on the property a couple times, and I've talked to him and stuff. And he was shocked when he got like 200 or 300 subscribers. He was like blown away. So hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark, I bet he's gonna like probably pass out. That's great that he's got 1,000 now. Oh, thanks, Rob. Rob says, yep, I just texted him and told him to check. Got to tell him to come on the live and thank everyone. JR, John just hit 1K also. Mount Mariner said, I just doubled subscribed to John in Alaska and Camojian on my second account. That's cool, Ed. Well, make sure you subscribe to my account on your second account. And oh, that reminds me, I have a second channel now, and this is the first time I'm going public with it. I have a second channel. It's called Digging Alaska. So if you want to see excavator work and that type of stuff here in Alaska, check out my other channel called Digging Alaska. I currently have one edited video up, and then I have, I think it's 5, maybe 6 unedited videos under a playlist, which is what I used to make the edited video. So if you're into excavators, heavy equipment, or just want to see that type of stuff being done here in Alaska, or you just want to support me a little bit, please consider subscribing to Digging Alaska. Hey, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, how are you? Rebecca makes really nice knitted hats, and I was wearing your hat last weekend. You'll see it in an upcoming video. I went out to my cabin, and the temperature was in the 20s, I would say, and I got so hot I had to actually take it off for a little while. My head was sweating. So thank you very much, Rebecca, for the nice knitted hat. Alaska Cut the Cord, thanks for joining. Just says, John just got 1,000 subs. Woohoo! Thanks, Ed, says Curmudgeon. And there's Alaska Cut the Cord's YouTube link. And there's Rebecca Touched by Yarn's YouTube link. So thank you, Rob. And if you would post my YouTube link for my second channel, it's at Digging Alaska. It's very easy. Rebecca says she's resting tonight. Curmudge, I think that hat got to the post office the other day. Can't wait to get mine. And hey, there's B400A. Thank you for joining. And he's saying hi to Rob. All right. Thank you, DJ. That's awesome. Hey, Monica Lynn. Thank you for joining. How are you tonight? And there's the link to my other channel. Thank you, Rob, for posting that. And I'm not currently signed in with that link. I'm signed in on my personal, basically junk YouTube account that I had long time ago. So if I look over, I'm signed in on my personal account to get those watch hours. Got to keep that up. And also I'm looking up at the how many people are in the live and thumbs up and how long we've gone. It's all up in the corner of my monitor right here. Hey, Nope Ace. He says, I'm digging Alaska now in quotes. Yep, thank you. I love that name, Digging Alaska, especially for like a heavy equipment excavator, like skid steer, bulldozer type stuff. I do think this winter I'm gonna take some of my videos from last summer and last fall, some of the ones that were primarily doing excavator work and that type of stuff, and throw them up on that channel also to get a few more videos up there. Excuse me. Thanks, Rebecca. She says, number 16, friend. And yes, you are a friend. So thank you. And I saw your brother on, uh, was it the Vineyard Farmhouses live last night? I haven't seen him out and about very much lately. So it was good to see him on live. Thanks, JR. Thanks for subbing. So, okay, thanks, Rebecca, for confirming what I just thought. Let's see here. Some of the big plans for next summer is get the animals, get some animal houses built, and get this property cleaned up and get a garden going. I got to get that garden going, and I got to get the animals going on this property. The first major thing is I got to get rid of the big pile of dirt that I have out there. So that'll be early in the and I'm gonna get it spread out. Unfortunately, I didn't get it now. Rebecca, touched by yarn, says my arthritis is bothering me in my feet and knees. Well, take it easy. That arthritis can really affect people pretty bad. So, let me ask everyone, how's my volume and the video and everything like that? Everything's good? And thanks, Monica Lynn. Thank you very much for subbing. Well, no one really knew that I had a second channel up until just recently. Plus, I only created it a week and a half ago. So that's why no one knew. Thanks, JR. Thanks, DJ. They both said the audio and video is good. Texas Girls Farm said, we got the foundation poured yesterday and it rained all today. Well, at least you got it done yesterday, so the rain won't affect won't leave any pits or anything like that in the concrete. But it will take a little bit longer to cure completely. Thanks, Rebecca. She says the audio and video is great. Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've asked, so I just wanted to confirm everything was good. I definitely need to get working on the water system in here and the electric in the cabin. Those are my next two big things I'm going to be doing. I don't have a kitchen yet, but I did go and buy just a utility sink, one of those ones that you see in most people's like garages and stuff. I bought one of those for a kitchen sink temporarily, and I'm just going to use that until I can get to the point where I can buy my cabinets and everything like that for the kitchen. And oh yeah, I think possibly this weekend or early next week, I'm going to make sure I have everything so I can get my stove working. I got to convert it over from natural gas to propane. And then I need to go and buy the hoses so I can hook up a propane bottle to it. Yep, Monica Lynn. I guess my normal videos of around the homestead and stuff will be coming out next week or next weekend, one or the other. I got one halfway edited when I realized it was out of sync. So I got to go edit a different video, post that, then I can finish editing this one and then post it. Because it's kind of hard to. A lot of the videos around here you can do out of order, but this one you definitely can't because there's overlap on the two videos. So gotta do them in order, and I didn't catch it until I was halfway done. But then again, I was editing that when I was down in Arkansas, and then I wanted to get the videos from Arkansas uploaded, so it took the back seat anyways. Okay. Nope Ace is asking, what does my shirt say? 5-finger something? It is 5-finger Death Punch, the rock group. I saw them. When did I see them? 2019, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2019 I saw them. It was in Cadet, Wisconsin at Rock Fest, 3-day rock festival. Matty K says, I assume it's 5-finger Death Punch. Yep. Yeah, Rebecca, unfortunately, there are ads now going to be, they put ads in lives now. They didn't used to, but unfortunately they do put them in lives now. And there's nothing really people can do about it. So unfortunately, there will be some ads in lives for any channel that's monetized, that is. And JR is correct. Those ads do help pay the bills, but unfortunately, I'm too small of a channel. About the only bills they help pay is maybe getting a couple gallons of gas now and then. And Texas Girls Farm says, that's what I plan on doing for a stove also when that time comes. Yeah, I bought a 24-inch stove. Since I'm in a small cabin, the footprint is a 12 by 16. And I do have a full bathroom, a utility closet with a full washer and dryer in it, stackable, a kitchen, a little bit of a living room, stuff like that, all on this first floor, and a small staircase. I needed as small of a stove that I could get that was still usable to actually cook meals and stuff. I didn't want to do like a camping stove. I wanted to do a real stove that I could actually like bake a chicken in. If I wanted to stick a chicken in and bake it, I was able to do that, or that I could heat up a couple pots on the stove, that type of thing. So I got I think it's a 24-inch or 20-inch, something like that. It's one of the narrow ones. It's 4 burners, but I just got to convert it from propane or from natural gas to propane. Dusty Bottoms Boy says, do you hear about your first goat's name? No, I haven't heard about what my goat's name is. Maybe Daisy, if that goat's given to me by Flat Tire Farm, but other than that, maybe I'll just let a YouTube pick the name of my goat when I get my first goat. And Matt AK says, my boss at the baseball team was obsessed with Five Finger Death Punch. I'm not obsessed, but they are a good group. I do like their music. And DJ says, give it time, grow your channel. Yeah, Ed, that would be a good one. Ed says he votes for Goaty McGoatface as the name of my goat. And Matt says Wolfgang Fitzgerald is the vote for it, the goat's name. Let's see here. Yeah, did face or something like that? And they basically said no, we can't, and then there was a big uproar over it. And then so does anyone know if it actually got named that, or did they just overrule the contest? Matt AK says that's our joke name for any niece or nephew that hasn't been named yet. And Matt says they named the drone submarine Bodie McBoatface instead. Oh, okay. And Dusty Bottom Boy says Flat Tire Farm and I decided the goat's name the other day. Call it got my goat. And No Base says a goat name YouTube. Okay, Mountain Mariner has the answer to my question, and I thought they truly did name it something else, but I wasn't positive. He says a huge disappointment with Bodie McBoatface. They named the Antarctic research icebreaker the Sir David Attenborough instead. And I can't see what it says, but the ROV on board was named Bodie McBoatface. Oh, okay. So something got named Bodie McBoatface. That's funny. Let's see here. So, got several things in the works for maybe getting some steel beams coming up in the near future. Those will come in handy in the next couple years when I'm building. Oh yeah, I don't think it'll happen this coming summer, but I sure hope it does. I want to get my root cellar built, and I'll dig the hole for it, and then I'm gonna have the next door neighbor do the concrete. I'll do a concrete slab and then concrete walls for it, and I think concrete steps going down to it. And it's going to be out here underneath my permanent home. And I think I'm going to do something like the size of a second bedroom, like a 10 by 12, 12 by 12, 10 by 15. I don't know, somewhere in that size. Haven't totally decided yet. With a regular, like, what, 7'6" or high ceiling or in it, something like that. So definitely looking forward to getting that done. Hopefully I can get it done this coming summer, but I don't expect it to be done this summer. Mount Mariner says, I was on an Antarctic research icebreaker during the whole naming contest fiasco, so I was highly disappointed with the contest. That's funny. Yeah, I would have been disappointed. When I heard about it, I was like, man, that's the greatest thing ever. Name it Bodie McBoatface. Yeah, and I think we got the same type of, same sense of humor. So let's see here. Anyone got any questions for me at the moment? I see there's 19 people in here, and only a few people are chatting in the chat. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Let's see here. What else can I talk about tonight? Oh, I'm highly disappointed with YouTube on one aspect here. If you schedule a live on a desktop, like on the internet through the web browser, if you schedule it there, you can't go to it through the app on your phone. And if you schedule it in the app, you can't go to it on your desktop. You should be able to either way. Yeah, and I bet you'd get a lot of people wanting to serve on a vessel named Bodie McBoatface. And DJ, what do you want to know about my garden plans? And I understand, Ed, or sorry, I understand, Rob. Got to get stuff done. And Matt AK says, too busy eating this cocktail shrimp from Costco. At least it's not from a gas station. Hey, our cabin in the woods, Tony, how are you? Well, thanks for stopping in and saying hi, anyways, Tony. And the Rambling Peach is in the house. How are you tonight? Uh, let's see here. People are saying hi to each other. And Rob, if you could post the Rambling Peaches channel also, thank you. DJ, what do you want to know about chickens? How many I'm gonna get? What kinds? I plan on getting approximately a dozen egg layers and a rooster to go with them. And the type, I'm not sure the exact type, but I know it has to be like a Swedish variety and not of the fish, Swedish fish, but Swedish chickens, or like Scandinavian types. There's a few different types like that. Otherwise, it just gets too cold up here for a lot of the breeds of chickens. And the chickens up here have to have the smaller combs. The bigger combs will get frostbite. So I want to get about a dozen chickens, a dozen egg layers, and then a rooster to go with them. And then I don't know if I will this coming summer, but in one of the summers coming up, I definitely want to get some meat birds and possibly a couple turkeys to raise out and butcher in the fall. Our cabin in the woods, Tony says, been raining the last couple of days. Well, that's good for your area. You're in Texas, correct, Tony? Definitely need the rain down there. And the Rambling Peach is doing good. And there's the Rambling Peaches channel URL. So thank you for posting that, Rob. Hey, Rob, have you heard back from John in Alaska yet? Has he texted you back yet or anything? The Rambling Peach asks, are you selling your extra eggs? As of now, I don't plan on having a lot of extra eggs, but if it gets to that point, yeah, I could always end up selling some of them. Probably what I'll do is there's a couple lower income families in the area that I would just give them the eggs. I mean, I got a full-time job and I'm making respectable money at it, so it's not like I need the money from selling eggs to make it day to day. So I would just give the couple families in the area that are lower income, I would just give them the eggs and let them have the eggs instead of trying to sell them first. If I ended up getting, for whatever reason, having 20, 30, 40 chickens all laying eggs, then that might be a different story. But as of now, yeah, I really don't plan on selling eggs. I mean, it's always a possibility, but right now, I'm not planning on it. And Rob says he has heard back from John in Alaska, and John in Alaska wants to say thank you to everyone that subscribed to his channel. For the newer people in here, John in Alaska is an older gentleman, mid-70s, and he has a YouTube channel up here. And someone posted earlier in the chat that he was at like 996. So I put out the call to get him over that 1,000 subscriber mark, and people answered and subscribed to him. So he's over 1,000. So if you're in here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to John in Alaska and get him well enough above 1,000 subscribers. So when a couple people do unsubscribe to him, he'll still be above 1,000. Let's see here. Hey, Empty Nester Homestead, how are you? Thanks for joining tonight. And there's Empty Nester Homestead's YouTube channel link, so definitely check that channel out. And I'll definitely have to check it out also after the live here. And Rob says starting to freeze the extra eggs we got. Are you just freezing them whole, or are you like scrambling them then freezing, or exactly what are you doing, Rob? And also, frozen eggs make very good doggy treats, by the way. And Empty Nester Homestead says hi to Rob at the Curmudgeon. And DJ, yeah, there's a community food bank just a couple miles away from me. I would definitely consider just donating the eggs to them also. Texas Girls Farm says, how do you freeze them? Just put them in the freezer. I think that's directed to Rob. If you're just feeding them to your dogs, then yeah, just throw them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, the dogs have a very healthy, delicious frozen treat to eat. And Rob says, I put them in the bags. And JR says mid-70s is the new 40s now. Well, it is, what is it here? 31.4 degrees outside. And it's 39.7 degrees for my cabin in the enclosed area. So the temperature is slowly dropping under my cabin. I think I got the floor so well insulated that no heat is going through the floor down into the enclosed crawl space down there. So I'm going to have to cut a hole in the floor and push some air down in there, which I need to anyways. It says it is 99% humidity down there. So it's really wet down there. I don't want to get there in the springtime and have black mold growing all over the place, or be a mushroom forest down there or anything like that. The right type of mushrooms would be a good thing, but definitely I just don't want anything growing down there. Texas Girls Farm says, I've got 9 dozen eggs right now. Have you tried glassing them? That's a good way to preserve them if they're edible eggs. And Rob at the Curmudgeon says, starting to put 4 eggs per bag. That way it makes a nice amount of scrambled eggs or an omelet. That's good, Rob. I never thought about freezing eggs that way. And Empty Nester Homestead is from Ohio. What part of Ohio, if I may ask? I'm actually just east. I was raised just east of Youngstown in Pennsylvania. Hey, JD from South Carolina. How are you? Thanks for joining. And Texas Girls Farm says, just using freezer bags, Rob? And he says yes. Oh, JR, sorry about that. I misunderstood. That was age. He's saying, oh, JR, sorry about that. I misunderstood. That was age. He's saying mid 70s is a new mid 40s now in age range. I totally went right over my head. Woo. Missed that one. Texas Girls Farm says thanks. Yeah, Rambling Peach. What I heard, basically, if you freeze eggs, the only thing you can make out of them is scrambled eggs. Anything else will be a little bit on the rubbery side. And Robert the Curmudgeon says he has a computer fan blowing warm air under his house into his crawl space that he has insulated, keeping the humidity level down, but he also put a vapor barrier down. Yeah, I didn't put a vapor barrier down. I want to see how it goes this year, and if it's still bad all winter long, then I'll consider putting a vapor barrier down next summer. And Rob says that the Rambling Peach, scramble them first. Oh, you did, and it was still rubbery? Good information. Yeah, Texas Girls Farm. That is a issue. Your Texas Girls Farm is living in a camper, so very limited space. But she started getting the process going to build a barn door. They got the concrete poured and everything. So if you haven't checked out their channel, definitely check out their channel. She got a couple feisty granddaughters on there. The one was giving me crap at Pinecone Fest, which I thought was the greatest thing. Okay, Empty Nester Homestead says North Central Ohio near Cedar Point is where they're from. It's been decades since I've been to Cedar Point, but I definitely loved it up there. And I remember hearing there's a island up off the coast of where Cedar Point is that is rather famous for salad dressing. Yeah, Rambling Peach, I think you do scramble them before you freeze them, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what you do, Rob? Do you scramble them, then freeze them uncooked? And Matt AK says he'd love a barn dough. That's what I'm building here is a barn dough, but with a little twist on it, different type of walls than a normal barn dough, and you'll see it in whenever I start building. Rambling Peach, yes, I did about 2 dozen for my husband to take on a bike trip, and hey, we're not good, and they were not good. Too bad. And Texas Girls Farm says yes, they are talking about her feisty granddaughters, and she says the one that was giving me crap is named Shane, and she is 9 years old. Definitely, just a great personality there. Her little feisty personality. I think it's Kelly Island. It's if people don't know, Thousand Island dressing was created on one of the islands right there off the coast of Cedar Point somewhere. Is that correct? Empty Nester Homestead. That's where Thousand Island dressing was created. And Alaska Cut the Cord says John in Alaska is at 1,004 subscribers today. Congrats, John. So, and JR is saying hi to Alaska Cut the Cord. Man, I can't believe we're already at 52 minutes. Wow. And the Rambling Peach says she scrambled them, then froze them uncooked. So, Rob, I guess you're the frozen egg expert. Do you scramble them before you freeze them, or you just crack them open into the bag and then freeze them? And I do know, yeah, you can only use frozen eggs as scrambled eggs once you take them out. Texas Girls Farm says her barn dough will be 40 by 50 with a 30 by 27 living area with a loft, and I'll probably be doing all the inside. My barn dough is going to be 50 by 85, and the living area will be 50 by 25, 2 floors, and the garage shop will be 50 by 65. And in that garage shop, one of the things I plan on doing is a game processing area, like a room with a walk-in refrigerator and freezer in it. So like one of the ones that restaurants have that you can walk into, and part of it is a refrigerator and part of it is a freezer. I want to get something like that and put in it just off to the side of the room, the game processing room. That's my dream anyways. And Rob says he's done it both ways. Meaning with the frozen eggs, scrambled them first or waited until afterwards to scramble them. And JR says at Curmudge, have you tried adding milk to the egg mix before cooking them? And JR also says, gotta have a dream, Bill. Yes, you do. Gotta have a dream and gotta work towards it. If you're making progress towards a dream, then you're doing good. And Rob says, never tried putting milk in them. I know a lot of the restaurants will put water in it, and that's how you get the real fluffy omelets and stuff, is from the water evaporating out. Thanks, Texas Girls Farm. I'm hoping to make it a reality. Plus, as I stated earlier in the live, underneath it is going to be a root cellar. And it's going to be about the size of a standard, like American secondary bedroom, like a 10 by 12 or somewhere in that size, for a root cellar underneath it. So you can store a lot of stuff down there, and it'll be nice and cool all year long. Can't wait. Can't wait. And okay, you're welcome. Definitely give it a shot. And Rob says, I put milk or water in mine before cooking. Let's see here. Just to recap a little bit, if you're interested in helping to support my channel, I do have a Amazon link in all my descriptions. If you buy anything off Amazon, all you have to do is just click on the link and then just buy whatever you want. I get a very small commission, a couple pennies on the dollar of what you spend, and it doesn't cost you anything more. I do see what people bought, but I don't see who bought them, so it is anonymous in that aspect. I'm out of adult beverage, so I got to go to the water. Oh, Empty Nester Homestead says Thousand Island dressing was made in New York. I thought it was made up by Cedar Point. I guess I was one lake off. Come on, Rob. You got a shovel there. Just start digging. What do you think the old timers did? They dug by hand. They didn't have fancy tractors and excavators and stuff. Get out your pickaxe and your shovel and dig yourself a root cellar there. Come on, buddy. Yeah, JR says, try putting a lid on the pan about 30 to 60 seconds to add steam moisture into the mix while they are still somewhat liquid. Talking about eggs again. And H says, if you fold the eggs in, it will make them fluffy too. And sounds like a nice home. Well, thank you. You're right. Okay, I was thinking it was Cedar Point, but I guess it was up in New York. Cedar Point, but I guess it was up in New York. Rob says, yeah, I know. It is rock after you get down a foot. Yeah. It would be hard to dig through rock, that's for sure. There Rob goes, yeah, look who's talking. I got a Bobcat excavator. Oh, see, my body's broken. I can't shovel anymore, so I had to go the old man route. I know, Rob. I know. I see there's, well, there was 24 people in here. There's 23 people in here now and 37 thumbs up. So thank everyone. And if any of those other 23 people got any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. And JR says, along the upper St. Lawrence River between the United States and Canada is a Thousand Islands area. Okay. I could have swore though there was a something up off the coast of like Cedar Point on one of the islands that some kind of salad dressing was created. I thought it was Thousand Island, but I don't know. I'm not big on salad dressings anyways. Well, everyone, I think I'm going to shut down the live tonight. I got some more editing to do. So thanks everyone for joining and have a good night. Thank you.